to the Impulse Recreation channel. We're going to clean and protect the paint on the outside of the car. There's products that we don't have that we're going to get that we'll probably do future videos on. One of which is the ceramic coating of the windshield and how we want to take care of windshields, the actual clear part that we're looking through, versus the coating, the protective coatings that we're going to be putting on the paint.
Alright guys, so we are getting ready to wash the Volvo. Just setting up the foam cannon right now. We're going to use Wizard's wash concentrate. We're not ready to buff the Volvo yet. That's going to come up here in the future. Right now, just because we just took it in, we're just going to wash it, clean it up a little bit, and then here in probably a couple weeks or so, we will buff it. And we'll do a full decontamination, so that means, I'll use Optum Ferrex on the paint to get all the iron off, if there is any. I'm guessing there is. It's got 60,000 miles on it, so I would assume there's plenty of iron on it. And then I'll use a high pH soap. This is a low pH. In fact, this is 0, this Wizard soap. So I'm going to use a high pH soap to just strip everything that's on the car off before we buff it, and then, of course, we'll tape it off. But that's in the next video. Right now, we're just going to do a simple wash and just try and clean it up, see what we're working with.
I'm going to hit the engine bay with Power Clean. It's the wheel and tire cleaner. I treat it like it's an all-purpose cleaner. There's a bunch of grime in the engine bay, so we're going to get that pressure washed off. And then we're going to hit the wheels and tires after we get them wet. We'll let that sit, and then we're going to pressure wash it off. We're going to obviously wash and hit the whole car. So here we go. Okay guys, got the car dried off for the most part, and what we're going to do, I use Wizard's Mist and Shine when I wipe around the door sills and I hit the paint, door jam, stuff like that, just to get the car cleaned off and wipe off any excess water so we don't get any rust issues in the future. And then we're going to go over it with really quick and easy to use wax as well. Again, this is another Wizard's product that stuff smells awesome, but you put it on, you let it dry to a haze a little bit, and then you buff it off with a microfiber, and that's going to be a protective sealant. This does a polish and sealant all in one, so you can actually protect your car on interim washes, and obviously we're going to still do a paint correction on the car where we're going to be wet sanding and buffing, getting rid of any orange peel that might be from the factory, and then we're going to get a ceramic coat on it. But for now, we want to protect the car, and when we go to wet sand and buff, of course, we're going to remove any type of sealant or coating that's on it. So this is what we're going to be putting on after I hit the door jams and get the car cleaned up.
And I'm going to get ready to put basically like a quick wax, an actual wax on the car, just to try and get a little bit better gloss for the time being. We're still probably, a month away from doing a full paint correction on the car. So this is just what we're going to do for now. Just to try and make things a little more bearable for us to look at, and then from there on out we'll get some paint correction going. But paint's in pretty good shape on the car, which is always nice to see, but it's got oxidization and swirls. It's a black car, so it's going to be cursed with swirls. But yeah, I think it'll turn out really well. Well, we got the polish put on the hood. It doesn't really dry like your typical paste wax, but it just gets a nice light haze to it. And I'm going to use a relatively high pile, brand new clean microfiber to take it off, and we'll just see what the paint's going to come out like here.
I'm wiping down the door jams after we gave the car a wash. The Mist and Shine almost acts like a natural cleaner, or I was mentioning to Joe, it's almost like it's a waterless car wash. So when you're spraying down your microfiber and your door sill, you can get water spots off, you can get rid of dirt and grime. And the surface that's clean, when this stuff's done and it's gone, it's almost, I mean, the quick detailer it is super slick. I mean, that's what the bottle says. And I don't want to say it's like a wax, but I feel like I'm giving myself a better protection and a better clean job when you're done giving the car a car wash and you're, you know, finishing up wiping down door jambs.
You know, this paint is, I'm gonna give it for a used car with 60,000 miles on it, I'll say like a 6 out of 10. It's in good condition, but it's in desperate need of probably a 5,000 grit wet sand, maybe a 3,000. I don't even think it needs that. Just a 5,000 and then three-step buff. And I blanking on the word. I guess orbital is what I'll use. It needs an orbital buffer. I don't think there's any real reason to get any rowdy rotary buffer involved to buff it, but it definitely is due for a buff job, and that'll be coming soon. But for the time being, this is pretty good. It does give it a much higher gloss, and it's got really good reflection in it, so it should look good.
I really like this product that I'm using, and it takes your tire game to the next level, and it's for multiple reasons. So Wizards has tire and vinyl shine. Now I apply this liberally to the applicator pad to put it on, and what I really like about it, so the stuff dries almost like just a clean, natural looking tire versus some of those tire shines where it looks just like it's just full of goop, like you put gel all over the tire. But this stuff works really good because you can actually, when you put it on and I apply it, you can see for sure where you're putting it versus some of the stuff that goes on and looks dry. You don't know what you've covered and what you haven't covered, and then it's just a really tough application. This stuff, when you go to put it on, it almost, I mean, I've got it liberally on this pad, and when I go like really hard back and forth, you know, it fills all the lines with like a, you know, like a heavy coating. But this stuff is awesome because it makes such a difference in making the tire, you know, just a basic old tire, it makes it look 100 times better. So now I know I've coated this tire fully, going back and forth. Make sure you hit the, you know, the edge of the tire a little bit, and the stuff applies wet, and then when it dries or when it cures on the tire, the shine, it's like a good natural look. It looks like a brand new tire then when you're done. So I'm a huge fan of this stuff, and I really like that it's got the UV protection in it. So you can put it on like trim pieces and vinyl that's around your cars. So like on the front of this car, we've got a grill that's got that chalky look. And if we put this stuff on that little grill piece, you can see how it makes a big difference in the overall appearance of your vehicle. So props to Wizards, this stuff's legit. And it makes your cars look good too. Okay, so another thing I want to mention too, when you're putting this stuff on, if you want that shiny tire look, you put one coat of this stuff on, you let it dry, you let it cure, and then you just do another heavy coat. And if you do 2+ coats of this, or if you just spray it on your tire, you know, if you actually spray it on and you really saturate the tire and you let it sit, when it dries, you actually do get that wet tire, that super big shine. So that's something I wanted to mention. If you guys out there are interested in having a really shiny tire, or you want your vinyl pieces to have a shine versus just a clean plastic look, just do multiple coats of this stuff. And another thing too I can show you guys, if you want your vinyl on the inside of your vehicle to have a shine instead of just a clean look, you put this stuff on. And you can actually get a shiny reflection to your door panels or to your plastic. We're going to use the polish and sealant on this fender right here. This car has clearly been buffed before. Somebody did a crappy job. They probably took it through a car wash that was a touch car wash versus a touchless. It's a black car, and we've got water spots up here. We've got swirl marks and buff fading on the fender. So we're going to see just how well this Shine Master stuff works when we actually have very visible issues. So I'm going to slather this stuff on there and just see, does it get rid of water spots, water marks? Does it get rid of swirl marks? What can we do to touch up paint without actually firing up a buffer and throwing a buffer on this and actually doing a compound cut and a wet sand? Okay? We're going to let it cure for a second, wipe it off, and see what kind of improvement we get. Okay, holy crap. You tell me this isn't worth doing the whole car at all? You can't even see where the buffer went. Hang on, is it really that good? Stuff's actually that good, dude.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Leave us a like if you did. And in the comments, let us know what you want to see with our Camaros here. We have 4 Camaros and a ton of possibilities, and we want to cater the channel to what you guys want to see. Also, subscribe so you guys can stay up to date on what we're doing around here at the shop and with all of our cars. Follow us on Instagram too. We love interacting with you guys and posting a lot more pictures and fun stuff on there. And in the description, we have details for a Venmo giveaway where you guys have a chance to get some stickers and support us so we can keep continuing to make content that you guys want to see. Remember, stay impulsive.